What's up, guys? I hope you're having a wonderful rest of your day. Before we get started, go ahead and leave a comment down below telling me how your week has been or your day is going today. So I'm going to actually do something a little bit different. So I was like 17 years old. I got really into story writing. Lately, I've been getting more and more back into it, like almost as if I want to pick it up again. And I should, because the stories that I wrote were not written well, but the stories I had in my head, according to more than just my mom, surprisingly, were good. I've been watching a lot of videos on like world building and like philosophies and stuff like that, especially from the YouTuber Hello Future Me. Check out his channel if you haven't yet. He's got a ton of stuff like about Avatar: The Last Airbender that I've been binge watching. This is a story, like a very short story that I wrote because it's just a chapter. I did have plans on making it a full book, but I never got to that point. And that's okay. The book is titled Dreams of a Narcoleptic. Two things that I know I could have done better before I hop into it. One, I could have researched narcolepsy way more, other than just being like a cool idea. Like, oh no, he falls asleep randomly. That's not real narcolepsy. But I wrote this when I was 17. So it's all right. Two, I'm not a terrible writer. As you've seen or listened with my songs, they're not bad. Like, the lyricism's actually pretty good, but also I can atone that to 10 years of the craft. But this is chapter 1 of Dreams of a Narcoleptic. A frosty glass plain. Not a single jet trail streaking through the light blue sky. I was in a new place. A place where I was far from the modern world. The air I took in with every breath was clean and sweet. The scent of the landscape was earthy and strong, and there was no smell of gasoline, burning fumes, or industrial waste. There was a small bubbling spring a few feet to my left. I squatted down, filled my hands with cold water, and sipped. This world was completely new, unreal, dreamy. Birds were nesting in the tall grass patches near bare stone that were warmed by the sun. I wanted to explore and find out more about this world. Beep, 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 beep. That was a terrible yawn. I need to work on my yawn acting, right? Actually, I felt a yawn coming on because I'm recording this at 3 o'clock in the morning. Welcome to my new evening, guys. Best part about working third shift and my vision's starting to get blurry. The world seems so real. But was it really only a dream? And the real world was calling my name? Apparently, my name is Beep, according to my alarm clock. Well, it's actually Eric. That morning was the first morning of my senior year. The summer had flown by. I didn't really feel like I was ready for school. Like most mornings, I felt the sleepiness trying to grab me and pull me back into dreams, but I needed to finish getting ready for school. Throughout the summer, I stayed up late, didn't really fall asleep until 1 or 2 in the morning. Kind of silly when I had to wake up every morning before 7 o'clock to go to cross-country practice. I was completely full of energy over the summer, but I knew the boring routine of school would slowly chip away at it. Tilly. God, my cat just, clawed the shit out of my leg. I'm just glad I finished that passage before that happened. Ooh. Eric, time to get up. Our housekeeper yelled, knocking loudly on my bedroom door. Martha, give me 5 more minutes. I replied, saying this with great drowsiness. She didn't budge on getting me up. She kept knocking on my door. When it comes to Martha, if she tells you to do something, you do it. I got through all my morning routines that I've been doing for as long as I could remember, but I never completely woke up. I figured that it was the fact that I had to go to school, and that was what was making me feel tired. School wasn't too bad through the previous years. I was top of my class. There's no doubt in anybody's mind that I was going to be valedictorian. This kid, oh my God, this kid is like a douchebag. Cross-country runner, valedictorian, and wait, guys, I already was student body president after all. Holy shit. Is this an anime about to happen? That's literally what I feel. Oh my God. This came out of my head. At Warrior Run High School, I was the big man on top. I never really liked being there. I didn't like the popularity because it felt like the people were nice to me because of who I was. The son of the most influential man in Watsontown, the owner of the largest company in the county, other than the prison that many of the folks of my classmates worked at. That was why they were all so nice to me. Who my father was didn't affect my grades. I worked hard to make them the way they were. My success in school wasn't based on the fact that my dad practically owned the whole town, despite rumors that some people spread. He stressed grades a lot. He often said he'd kick me out if I got anything lower than a C+. With that threat, I never let it get any lower than a 95, which is still higher than a lot of people in my grade. Lunchtime hit and I was still feeling extremely drowsy. I thought I'd wake up by then. I wasn't too sure what was happening. I just figured that was a lack of sleep over the summer. The fact that my medication makes me feel like a zombie. The day went on as first days normally do. And all the sheets of paper you have to get signed by your parents, meeting new teachers, seeing people you haven't seen since the last day of school. I didn't feel like going to practice after school. I had to go to practice so that my team would be ready for the state meet, because that's fucking bullshit. State meet in South Carolina, just fuck that. Fuck the state cross country meet in South Carolina. Or like the coach's classic, because it happens in the same place. Because, oh my God, when I was running cross country, I was JV because I was shit. I was absolute garbage. I think my fastest 5K was 20 minutes, and as a guy, that is shit. So, because I was JV, you run at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a hot-ass day in August in the sandhills of Columbia, South Carolina. It is awful. Most of the time, and I've seen it happen, people will pass out from exhaustion, and my last year, they had a hose at the top of the hill, which made sense. Why didn't they have that in the first place? But I digress. I figured the warm-ups would wake me up, but they didn't at all. The coach told Group 1 to run 7 miles that day. I was in Group 1. I was still in my zombie state. I tried my hardest to wake up. Every step I took felt like my legs were going to give out on me, until I actually collapsed. Eric, get up. I heard softly and gently, "Open your eyes, sleepyhead." The voice was so calm, it only pushed me deeper into sleep. "Aragorn, time to get up," a different voice exclaimed, shaking my bones and popping me out of bed. I was silent, only for a moment, as I looked in awe of the pair humanoid creatures standing beside me. They both had bright, scaly skin and fangs, but their faces seemed more human than lizard. The taller one, with a large sword on his back, was the one that woke me up. And that's it. That is chapter 1, and the only chapter I've ever written of this story. And I started writing this years ago. I'm a terrible writer. I do not know grammar well at all. My speaking is okay, to say the least, but I was never taught formal grammar and sentence structure, so reading through that, there were a lot of issues that I was self-correcting in my head, but that was also high school Clay, and high school Clay was a piece of shit. That was a good portion of my life, except for the being popular and the my dad being influential and being a star cross country runner. Why? Why was I such garbage? Because I didn't try. My senior year, guys, I didn't go to a single practice, but I went to every single meet. God, I was terrible. I'm so sorry, Coach Todd. I really am. Let me know what you guys think about this. I have thought about reinvigorating my story writing. But let me know, guys. Let me know if you have any stories that you've written. Let me know in the comments below. Drop a link down there to your blog that you've been working on. Any Google Drive docs. Shit. Follow me on Instagram. Go to my Facebook. Links in the description. Just go ahead and DM me links if you don't want to share them publicly. Story writing is something that we all do, and we all have stories to tell. Be it through music, be it through fiction, be it through, nonfiction, if you want to document your life in a journal, because journaling is one key to becoming a better writer, because you're forcing yourself to write every day until it becomes a habit. Let me know, guys. I might continue this story. I know exactly how it ends. I know exactly how a ton of things happen, and I won't tell you because I don't want to ruin that for you, because one day I might actually turn this into a real story. You guys are amazing. Thanks for hanging out with me tonight. Thanks you, Tilly, for being annoying piece of shit, clawing at my feet. She is adorable, though. I mean, look at her. Look at all right, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know. It's up to you. All right, guys, hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Remember, enjoy life to the fullest. Peace.